All right, traders, welcome back to the discount. Today is Monday. Happy Monday, February 27th, 2023. You're looking at a daily chart of the SPY, which is the proxy for the S&P 500. And title today really is the trapdoor going to be opening soon for the markets? My main two charts that I like to look at for these purposes are the S&P 500 and Bitcoin, just because those are the two main markets that I trade from a macro perspective. However, I just want to get into, before we get into our day trades, which are where there really wasn't much there, I'd really like to get into this trapdoor scenario. Now, the videos that I had posted last week, I basically said, hey, we're coming down to test all this important stuff, right? And Bitcoin's holding up pretty well, considerably. Now, we're not getting the reaction that you would expect necessarily when you want to come down and test some important stuff and get out of there in a hurry. Because in a bullish tape, you would probably come down here and you would resume uptrend pretty quickly. The tape just doesn't really look that bullish because what we kind of have here is this bullish flag ish type of situation where it's just going to be eating time off the clock for another move lower. Excuse my horrible arrow there. Now, I don't really think that, well, it doesn't really matter what I think. What I see is something that is obviously a bearish pattern for the daily chart. The weekly and the monthly is neutral. However, this is certainly bearish. But from a trend perspective, right? From a trend perspective that was created on that low back on, what was it, the 13th of October, this is still an uptrend. So the question is going to be, are we going to start forming something different, right? Is it going to be coming down into here, right? Closing candles below this trend line and nuking. Now, whether it's going to be some type of double bottom situation or whether we're really going south, and I will have different numbers if we start doing that from a macro perspective. There are certainly a lot of levels down south that we want to keep looking out for. But this is where we are right now. And you just got to keep an eye on it. I think it's fair to assume, well, we shouldn't assume anything, but I think it is fair to read the tape and say it's bearish right now. And as long as we don't start closing candles and confirming, I'd say above 404, which was that breakdown candle high right there, right? And then we start getting above the 20 period again and we resume that uptrend, this thing is going lower. And it's just that simple. If it wanted to just test some important stuff and get out of there in a hurry, it's probably got the next couple of days to prove that, right? So we will see. Definitely important couple of days coming up here. And the reason with Bitcoin that I bring this up, and obviously, look, there's God, I'm all over the place with this brush. Obviously, I'm not just looking at from a macro perspective. I'm looking at the U.S. dollar. I'm looking at gold. I'm looking at commodities. I'm looking at a whole host of things that you guys don't necessarily need to be looking at right now. I only have so much time, so what you get is the analysis from all of those different markets put into, okay, how are those different markets going to be affecting the S&P 500 or the SPY and the major, right, the major market in crypto, which is Bitcoin. So again, if SPY starts to play out that bearish pattern, Bitcoin's coming down, I'm still just like, you know, depending on how bad the SPY gets, I don't know if something like, this can happen, right? If the SPY, the S&P 500 doesn't, if they shoot right back up tomorrow, it's certainly possible, and they just start resuming that uptrend, okay. You're probably going to see something like that on Bitcoin. Now, if, like I said, the S&P starts coming down here, right? Ooh, as soon as we, and by the way, as soon as we break this uptrend again, like we did right here, and we're in here, and if we even find an ounce of support, I'm probably going to buy some put options because that means that it's starting to confirm lower, and that's probably going to be the move right there. Okay. All right. So, Bitcoin, if that happens, like I said, simple fill of this gap right here, and it's going to be heading much lower after that, most likely, if the SPY doesn't play games or doesn't play ball. So, pretty much the same schematic as I had in the videos last week. So, in any event, let me know if you have any questions, guys, on what I think is the interpretation of the tape right now. Getting into the day trading channel. All right, so didn't really have much going on today, but nonetheless, we're in uniform, ready to go, looking at stocks on the move, looking at any opportunities that we can. I broke down where the SPY was pre-market and what's happening right now, right? I mean, like I said, just with this macro breakdown on the daily chart, it's into this important stuff. Now, I will show you where I was wanting a short and where the short was possible. I didn't take the short that was I said was possible, but and ended up playing out. I don't know if anybody in the room ended up actually taking that short. But in any event, back to the room, I called out exactly what was happening in the pre-market. It kind of chopped in between these numbers that I posted on the board. These were the lazy day trades. If you guys, I don't think it's going to be showing here. There you go. So these sometimes are filled to 10 different tickers. Today, we're kind of slowing down after earnings season. So this is kind of what happens sometimes, just not going to get a lot of them. And they did not end up showing up on the good old scanner that I have today. So anyway, let's roll through the commentary. And by the way, if you have any thoughts or questions, scroll through this. I leave the commentary up for everyone to go check out until the next morning. And usually at about 6 a.m., I start deleting it and I start refreshing for the day ahead. But this is all up there. If you want to go check out the Telegram channel right now, please do so. And then go back to the chart, double check the work, and see if the numbers and the support and the resistance, everything that I was calling out in here actually ended up playing out. While my setups didn't get hit, certainly I was, being a tour guide for the members here, whoever wanted to trade a little bit more actively in the S&P 500. So for today, this was my short area, and I'm going to show you why right now. So the short area that I had was 403.35 and up to 404.35. It's a dollar range, and we'll see how it got up in there, but the dollar range is fair. Reason being is on this hourly chart in the S&P 500, this 50 period at the time being was around that 403.35, and you have that 200 period moving average up at 404.35. You have this gap area, right? This white space, and you have a breakdown. So when you're down, what was it? Like 4 or 5 days, you're down significantly and you're testing all that important stuff, right? Back to the daily, you're testing all that important stuff. My scenario was, well, I don't want to get caught in a short squeeze. She opened, look at this big gap. She opened up, and I was expecting, and let's just zoom in here a little bit better. It's not that I was expecting, I want to be careful using that. I said it should get up here, test all that important stuff, fill this gap, right? And come back down at least for a scalp, if not a little bit more. What it ended up doing was hitting this 401.35 to the 468 to 401.35 and gave you a day trade. Now, I want to show you guys something because the benefits of being in this chat room is just because I have a really, really solid setup. Because look, if the S&P went up there, if the SPY went up there and hit that level, I mean, 9 times out of 10, that is going to work out. However, if there's an aggressive trader in the room, right, you could have certainly took this short. So here's what I read. Here's what I said. Technically, at 10 a.m., technically, SPY can react on the short side here up to 401.35. I don't want it. Okay, let's go back. What happened? When I posted it, and let's go to the 10-minute chart so it's a little bit cleaner. There you go. Look at that. I posted this right when it went into the zone, all the way up to 401.35. You could have taken it on a small, option play or, a few $100, whatever you're comfortable with. I was just waiting for the really juicy spot up there. The numbers work. Check out the work. So I did not take that. Now, another one. I came in to this play by my scanner, and this was moving pretty quickly. And I said, okay, USO, let's see here. Where did I post USO? New trade alert. USO 6560. I'm giving you the stop. I'm giving you the schematic. Let it play out for 15 minutes. Don't just stop out automatically. It's not what we do here. Look what happened. We missed it by 20 cents, but look at that rip, right? So we're pretty close on some of these, even though they don't get to their levels. Okay. So that's pretty much it, guys. Slow day. We'll kind of wrap it up early here. There's going to be some big moves coming up ahead. So the trap door is about to be open, in my opinion. Keep a lookout for the S&P 500, and then that will really be the telltale sign for all markets, because all these markets are moving together right now. Very, very, very few exceptions. Come over to the Telegram, guys. I love doing this every single day. I hope that it provides value. I hope that you guys can see how, me posting the track record and breaking down this education and also being available, excuse me, for any questions that you may have. I hope it's valuable for you. This is how, traders earn livings, right? This is how traders earn extra income if you're a remote worker. So plenty of value to be had here, and looking forward to continue to grow. I think we just started this on the 20th. 7 days ago, and yeah, we're already at almost 150 subscribers, I think. So this is great, guys. Great community. I'm hoping to continue to teach everyone this strategy, and and if you have any questions, again, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help. All right, guys, we'll see you on the charts, and looking forward to tomorrow. Take care.